Assalamu alaikum. Shalom aleichem. Satnam. And I welcome you all tonight in my channel, and I'm really thankful to be able to share with you some of my thoughts and experiences. And for today I have chosen just to continue something what we have already mentioned, and it's about why babies maybe cry so much, especially when they are newborn and so small, and from how huge importance our physical contact to newborns is. So for the introduction, I will just tell you one short biblical story, and it's about one of the prophets who visited always on his trips. So one woman and his husband, and he stayed there for overnight, so he to get a rest, and she could not get the children, so she asked the prophet once to pray for her, so maybe she would get a child. And it really happened that she got pregnant, she got a child, and one day after it, the child came home, and suddenly it died. So the woman was really disturbed, and she wanted it immediately. She prepared a horse and wanted it to see the prophet. And her husband told her, just leave it, it's over, just accept it. But she could not accept it because it was not her vision. And she left to seek the prophet and to speak with him. And when she found him, he got dressed and they came back. And what he did is now really from the huge importance and a huge message for us to learn, is that he took a child and put it on his body so the hearts could be really connected. And of course he prayed, and soon the child started to breathe and came to life. Of course we all can say, it's just a story, you know, those are old stories which are never proven and so on. But I will tell you now, we have spoken about the heart, and today's research about the hearts proved something really amazing. And it is that if we take two cells of the heart, and one is dead, so we put them close enough, another one, the dead one, will also start beating in a rhythmus of the first cell which was living one. And another thing is, even if the two cells live, if we separate them to one certain distance, the both of them will stop beating. So it shows us that the hearts have ability to give a life on, just to tank of this energy which is being shared and transported from the heart to other heart. So that's really huge importance for us, for parents, especially the mothers, to understand that the newborns especially need to hear and to feel mother's heart. And I'm sure that that's also one of the reasons why the sudden death also occurs, because we are today a bit unconscious of what really means to be a baby and how it really everything works. So we leave the child alone in a room and we go to clean another rooms, or we watch television, or we speak with the friends, just having fun in another room. And we think the baby's all right, it sleeps and it can make it on its own. If it needs anything, it will just cry out and I come. It's just not really working on that way, because especially the newborns need this feeling of the heart in the same room, and especially body contact. So I can just tell you of my experience. I have never left my children sleep anywhere alone. I had time where I was here alone, and I took always my child, the first one, when I wanted to get a shower with me in the bed. I put it in sitting basket so we can sit and sleep there. But I could still watch if everything was all right, and she could feel my body and feel my heart and so on. And when she was older and our second child came, I carried the baby always with me in this kangaroo bag, and I did home cleaning, cooking, and everything else with him sleeping on my body. And it's well-known fact, if you look for African women and their children, that the children are so quiet. They do not cry as our children cry, because they are not that much distressed as here. There are no those sounds and everything what we have here in our Western world. And also they feel mother's body in the heart. Another thing which I want to say here, why babies also may cry, is that let's just have one thought. Just think about one man who is maybe lying in a hospital because he had accident or whatever, and he's conscious with his mind, and he's really learned man, he knows a lot, but still he's missing this ability to move his body because he has lost control over it. So what happens is that he might get stressed, he might get depressed, he might get sad, he might get angry, he might get these periods of huge will to succeed again, to get this control over his body and to do again the things which he wants to do alone, and not having other people cleaning him, giving him food, changing his clothes, and so on. So if we think about the babies, it's nearly the same thing, because the babies are not really empty heads, but really they carry a huge knowledge, and they are full conscious human beings, and they are missing this ability to control their body. So they need to first learn how to do it, how to move, how to stand, how to speak. And this all new circumstances could really get stressing, especially if we are not reacting and giving enough of attention. So the child needs that nearness, love, body contact, and support to get through this phase of up and downs, emotional up and downs, and to succeed to recover his body and to be able to control it. That's why really we find especially in the first 3 months, that babies are crying, and a lot of times we maybe hear that some of the doctors say they have to work out emotional stress because of the birth. It's not only the birth. It is in one step the birth too, because it's a huge step, but it's also what comes after it. So it is really a huge importance of us as the mothers to give the child this essential need which helps it to stay alive and to help it work out. I will just tell you another thing, for example, how I did with my children when it comes on a walking, which made my children both really happy, is that I took them both from the earliest period when they could really sit, and I helped them also to walk on the 4 feet, which happened also really early with them. And I took them then on the hands so they can have their feet on the ground and start walking. And really soon they could walk. My daughter could walk with 9 months and my son with 8 months. They were able to walk alone and really to walk really secure. So it's really important that we support our children and to see where their interests are and to help them to go there and to reach it. So I wish really for all of us to help our children as much as possible, to be there spiritually with our hearts also, and physically present with our children, and just to grow together. So be blessed, stay healthy, and I'm really happy to be here with you soon, with God's approval. And till then, I'm sending you all the hugest blessings and greetings of the peace. Salam alaikum, shalom aleichem, Satnam.